Well, here we are sort of seeing her for the first time as a flatbed. Doesn't that look good? Maybe some of you will disagree. I think that's awesome. Of course, there's a lot of work. There's probably a lot I'll do, little bits, all the little stuff I'll pick up home because it'll take a lot of time. But this is the big bulk of what we needed to get done today. It'll be very long. Convertible boys are moving up in the world. Ooh, she's feisty. Big weight reduction today. Big weight reduction. She was peppy before, but that house was a lot heavier than we thought it was going to be. Hey! We finally have our 1976 GMC Vandura brought home, but as you can see here, there's a lot of material still left aboard that shouldn't be there. So we still have a lot of work to do to get this vehicle fully deconstructed. So what do you think? We went ahead and removed a bunch of that decking, all the wood and flashing and insulation and all that. Still got a little bit left on there. To make it a little less time consuming down at the local dump, we just rough cut around here, and I've got to figure out how to detach this. That's also why we have this portion of the deck left on there, because it is directly attached here. So I need to be careful here. I don't want to damage the cab and make it difficult closing it in later. So I've got to start weaving in here, weeding through, and seeing exactly how this is mounted on to the cab of the Vandura. So whatever's going on here is trapped inside, I believe, has to be trapped in under this headliner here. So we're going to start by pulling that off, and hopefully we can uncover what is tying this plywood on top here. So we'll start pulling screws and see what we can uncover. not so bad. So just to reiterate here, I have never seen how these pieces are joined on. I've never been inside one of these, so I had no idea. That's pleasantly surprising. Looks like there's a foam seal that's getting pinched there and a bunch of screws. The only thing I wasn't quite prepared for was how much extra this roof is cut in. I assumed the roof started way back here, but that's all plywood for, sheesh, 8 inches. So there's really not a lot of roof here. Glad we got that donor. A lot of good screws here. Never throw out good screws. Unless they're rusty and you're not willing to use them in a project, or they're starting to strip out or something. Save them. If you don't yet have one, get one of these magnet trays. Just keeps everything so tidy, and make sure that if you bump your tray or something, you don't have a ton of screws and bolts and everything all over the floor. Everything stays nice and tidy. Have a look at this Friday night here. We're going to try this again. We got rained out last time. That was day before yesterday. The weather here has been terrible. That we don't have a big enough shop to do this inside somewhere, so we're at the mercy of the weather here now. Hey, bud.
They just in the truck or what?
Climb up. All 4 of them yet?
No, I'm saying, like, did they just stay here in the truck or?
Oh, no, they were in the workshop and that. Look there, look.
What?
No, right there.
Oh.
Right there.
What? You bad that we weren't up.
That's you. Hey, bud.
You like
You like that?
I go
Jen,
in.
careful now.
Okay, go up in the seat if you want. Yeah, just watch this step because there's stuff all around. Good daddy kids.
This is a perfect, this is a perfect ground for dancing.
Do you have fun at Papa's?
Yeah.
Did you?
You're almost up to the sky.
Yeah, you're right, I'm really tall.
You're as tall as Addie.
Come on, Squish.
No, we're going. Come on, girlfriend.
I can't
Say
get
goodnight.
Yeah, sure.
Good night.
I love you. Removing the roof on these campers are a wrestling match all the way through, right from when we started the first day down at the garbage dump to now at this point getting all the remaining parts. Everything is just so intertwined and stitched together. No single piece is highly engineered. It's all very junky and basic, but there's so many layers wrapped together with staples and glue and nails and bolts. Just, it's a very slow process to remove it all. And just like that, we've reached the end of another work day. The sun's going down on me, the rain is coming down on me, and it's just about time to call it quits for the night. There's $8 right there. In my opinion, the portable bandsaw is one of the finest tool inventions of the last several years. What an incredible tool. I started out with a Milwaukee, which I still have. I bought several years ago for my knife making, and now I have this 20-volt max battery-powered version. And for work like this, where you're moving around, you're outside, where you don't have to drag a cord, it is just incredible. The cut performance is incredible, and we'll have a full review coming soon. Now this final stretch here might be the most worrisome piece of the deconstruction, and that is detaching the final pieces of the camper from the cab. And the cab is what we're keeping, so we can't afford any real damage here. Nice. And there it is. The final piece of the Vandura cab has been removed. Any fresh cut edges like this I've got to clean up because I'm trying to keep the girls away from it anyways, but this is more down on their level and they're walking around not paying attention. These sharp edges, there's no need. For the amount of time it takes to clean them up, round them off, there's no need. Because then if they bumped into it, it would just be a hit, like hitting your shin into a vehicle hitch. But it's not going to tear or rip or cause any wounds like that. So if I can just give them a clean up, especially this battery powered grinder, this is where it really comes in handy. Is out like this. Imagine dragging like all the little cuts and stuff, dragging around extension cords and stuff. It would add so much time to your day. But here like this now, I can just walk around and use it. It's just so incredible. Man, can't pick no sense in that weather. Can't make no sense in that weather. One minute is beautiful and the next minute is pouring rain.
Got a machine in there?
Time to get rid of a little bit of the damage that I did on my last trip. Weight reduction. A good pipe. Probably use some of that. We'll be putting a new exhaust on it anyways. I'm changing where it's routed. The exhaust comes all the way right from the front of the vehicle, weaves all the way back through everything, comes out the very back end of the machine, which is just a lot of unnecessary exhaust. It's also fairly quiet. I'm thinking we might want to do something a little bit different for sound. We've got a nice 350 V8. They sound really nice when the exhaust is done. Let me know if you know of a way to make this thing a little bit louder, sound a lot nicer without it being just obnoxiously loud. I don't want to be so loud that I can't climb the highway up out of town at 6 a.m. because you'll wake everyone up. But I would like it to be a little bit louder, a little bit nicer. I'm thinking a side exit exhaust up further. That was my plan all along. I considered stacks for a little bit. My buddy told me that I would get a lot of fun made of me if I stacked a gasoline engine. So that kind of threw a wrench in that idea. Let me know what you think we should do for the exhaust. Now it's time to do something about that hideous exhaust fill spout. This runs up through the cabin of the camper, so once we removed it, we just have this giant mess hanging off there that I had to tie on. This line vent here and the little bracket that goes with it was all rotted. You actually see there's a little pinhole there. It's pushed through in the line vent. So we're going to shorten it up, or I already shortened it up actually. I carefully cut it with the bandsaw. And we're going to clean this up. See if we can make it work for us without actually buying parts. If we can get away with buying as little parts as possible, that would be great. So let's see how good I can clean this up here now. So we were coming from here with a metal extension to a soft one to this. And then we have a long vent line, so we ended up cutting some of this off, so this length will help us. I'm going to run this for now directly into here, and this actually might be perfect going forward because it's going to be out pretty much the outside edge of the bed here. We have enough, like tons of vent line. I'm just going to shorten this up a little bit. This would be beautiful. At least, well, it'd be good for right now anyways. We might have to change this line, make it a little longer, make it come outside the bed. Maybe we will even switch this to a straight one so it'll come out, but this will be fine for now. It won't be this long thing that I have to tie up when it's in the way, so we'll use it just like that for now. Cut off some of this line. There we go. We have a setup that can sit and wait for a better setup, I guess. At last, a blank slate. What do you think? I think it looks so good right now. It looks a lot less like a van, and you're probably starting to see what I've had envisioned, a work truck. Please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if it's your first time here, leave me a comment down below, and we hope to see you in the next video.